You're tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast, man. We going in today on this Monday evening now. Everybody listen, please hit the like button and make sure that you share this video. All right, Sam, man, you seen this from your boy Katt Williams today, his secret account. You know what I mean? He posted today a picture of Philly's own Kevin Hart in a dress. And the caption reads, I got to get glasses. When you understand why Kevin Hart is bigger in Hollywood than Katt Williams, then he hashtags that part as you see on the screen there. You see our brother from Philly, Kevin Hart, in a pink dress with it looks like a wig, and he's cheesing from ear to ear. Then right below that picture, as you can see on the screen there, it looks like he's kissing our brother, Dwayne Johnson, something like that. The Rock from the WWF. I don't know what movie that was.
That looks like Central Intelligence.
Okay, so I didn't even know they kissed on that, right? But
I didn't see. I don't fucking forgot. Maybe.
Yeah. Yes. What you think about Katt Williams dropping this picture on his Instagram today, man? I know you follow him real closely.
I don't, man. Well, Katt's my man, even though he might not admit it. You know what I mean? We never formally ever spoke, but
right.
You know what I mean? Ever did none of that. But I would love to have a conversation with Katt and really get his perspective, because we are both fans of Katt. We both think he's funny as hell. You know what I mean? He kills it live. He's a great actor, and we'll love to get his perspective as opposed to sitting here assuming. You know what I mean? But we heard when he first got his account, and I told you about the account. I was like, oh shucks, and you know what I mean? We got on there, and I was like, I'm gonna keep it private. I'm gonna be respectful. But we're gonna drop a video because he said this shit about Katt, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Cool. We pulled the trigger. It did what it did. Shade Room Source did damage on both of our platforms. You feel me? So it did what it did. He probably saw it. So then,
without a doubt.
You know what I mean? Then people started catching wind, even though I didn't put his name out there. Other people started putting his name out there, and he's very popular right now on IG, even though it's still relatively unknown what his name is. And he dropped this. But we were talking, because that was what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, about.
When is he gonna let this go? Because he's such a talented individual and such a talented comedian, and is in a league of his own and has a lot of respect. And many people out there amongst the real people that listen to comedy think that he's funnier than Kevin Hart when it comes to stand up. So it's really no validation that you need. You got it. What is he getting out of continuing to talk about it? We've seen Kevin in the dress. We've seen him kissing dudes. You reminded me of a video that you seen with Shaq. We ain't even gonna really talk about it.
I ain't gonna.
You know what I mean? But it was on another level kind of stuff.
Right.
And if Katt Williams had that, I'm sure that'd be over there too. You know what I mean? So where does this get you? Because now you got people on platforms calling you a hater. You got this, and I don't think that you're a hater, but it just makes me beg the question, when you don't do interviews and you don't do things, but you go on and say these kind of things, damn, what are you getting out of this?
Do you think that I hear a lot of people kind of, and you know, I kind of get this, a lot of people kind of say that he's on drugs, he's crazy, you know, and I ain't talking about marijuana. Obviously, that's not a drug, it's a plant. But a lot of people, you know, kind of alluded to that, or, you know, he doesn't really know, the money kind of turned him out. You know, do you think there's any truth to that with Katt? I mean, because it does appear. I mean, obviously, a man wearing a dress, we understand that's a no-no, but everybody don't think like us. Everybody wasn't raised like us, and we have to really come to accept that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, I do. But yeah, I mean, you know, I salute Katt for speaking out against those type of things. I really do. But do you think that there's any drug, you know, problems, mental issues with Katt, or what? What's the issue you think was going on with Katt?
Mental issue? No, he's a free thinker. I'm never going to call a free thinker someone that has mental issues. Nah, he smokes a ton of marijuana. That's not a drug. That's a plant. I think, you know what I mean? You see what you see. We definitely 420, pro 420 all day long. I don't think there's anything else involved. I don't know him. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? So I would never sit here and assume that a man, especially a man that I want to see win, is on drugs. I don't get that. You know what I mean? I get a free thinker. I get someone that's just, he is who he is. He's wild. That's what we love about him. I've never seen an issue where he's ever been hospitalized for anything. I've never heard any of his friends try to have him in any kind of intervention. You know what I mean? If it was maybe early on, maybe I could, I don't know, man. Right. Maybe I'm a fan, and maybe I'm just saying it from a person that wants to see him win. But
is there any truth to that though? And let's forget about Katt for a minute. Let's talk about what he said. You know, is there any truth to that's the reason why? Is there a ritual? And you know, TK kind of, danced around it a little bit. He did kind of get into it. He answered it very politically correct, but he did mention fraternity. And then when I heard him mention that, I started seeing people in the comments like, "Oh, this is some more other stuff." You know what I mean? Illuminati. This is there an agenda though to make sure that in order to go to the next level, you pretty much got to be willing. Because we talk about another industry, that you used to be involved in. I mean, I can get into that industry, but there were certain things that you had to do if you wanted to kind of advance in that. Mm-hmm. Is it? You think it's the same thing, with Hollywood? Is Katt, have a point with that?
LA is definitely different. LA is different, and they have who they want to have in there. Now, I think that gets a little fickle in its speech because you see a lot of, especially Black actors and actresses, really grind and get to the top and do what they do, mm-hmm. and they automatically get tagged up as somebody that does that, and that's not fair. But that being said, when you see a Kevin Hart, who I personally always said I think was really funny, mm-hmm. a lot of his first stand-ups I thought were hilarious. His movies I thought were hilarious. I rolled with Kev. Mm-hmm. I wanted to see it. I seen one of his stand-ups. I did his security one time in Brigada. Mm-hmm. I rolled with Kev, and then as the fame grew. And as he went from the 800 seat venues to the 2,000 to the 4,000 to the stadiums, it seemed as though he got a little watered down, and Hollywood may have gotten in his ear. Now, we all know he has Heartbeat Productions, you know what I mean? And that's not 100% solely owned by him. So he may be answering and doing things we all know, you know what I mean? And it does seem like it's watered down a little bit. Now, whether it's ritual or not, I can't say that because I ain't been there. But you see a Mike Epps, who's mm-hmm. also very talented, broke in the game. He had his own demons, but we ain't going to talk about that. It's needless to say, he got over what he got over, and he's doing his thing. He's winning. We love Mike Epps. Mm-hmm. He talked about gatekeepers. Once they have one at the top, it's like, okay, you come in. Nah, not him. Nah, not him. Nah, not him. So you hear it a lot. Corey Holcomb's also said it. Shout out to 5150, you know what I mean? He doing this thing. I believe Corey Holcomb's out of Chicago. Comedian, funny as hell. You said I made TK dance around a little bit. We love to have to sit him down, you know what I mean, and talk to him a little more about that.
Definitely.
You know what I mean, to give his perspective a little more. And I would talk to him about it definitely more because he has an interesting perspective. But I don't think Katt Williams has ever lied. I would never call Katt Williams a liar.
Yeah, not at all.
I take his word as bond. Now, do I think, okay, that whole the V103 interview when he talked about the numbers with Netflix, mm-hmm. and then Kevin Hart kind of said, nah, he contradicted that, so now he's full of shit. I would love to just do more research on that. That made me decide, okay, I want to do more research. But right. I believe that he got 2 million based off of this and this and this. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's as crazy as people put him out to be. I would love to see him do more interviews, like a Breakfast Club. Imagine him on there, or imagine him sitting right here if he doesn't want to do that. Yeah. And your platform is you say what you need to say. He doesn't do interviews. We seen the one interview that he was trying to stay out of. That was Red Grant's interview. Mm-hmm. And the woman, I forgot her name, she pulled him into it. He didn't even want to be involved. He just drove him there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So he doesn't really do interviews. And I think that's maybe one of the things that's kind of hurting Katt, because he's leaving everyone up. You know what I mean? They're painting their own picture of him, their own narrative.
Right. And a lot of people now we see, a lot of these things are now coming off the brother's Instagram, little things like that. We know how that could be, people in the media, people are looking for stuff to post, and, we obviously do it here. But we want to talk about it and really, talk about the issue. We don't just do it just to do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely. But go ahead.
Real quick, and you can go do your thing. How easily we could have still steered this narrative once I sent you that picture, however we want it.
Yeah.
He doesn't really post anything. It's private. We got huge platforms. Mm-hmm. Try to do it the right way.
Yes, sir.
If Katt's listening, you feel me?
Yes, sir. But you're tuned into the Uncensored Truth Podcast with your brother, Oh God and Sam Man. We going in today on this Monday on the Uncensored Truth Podcast. Please, if you're listening, hit the like button and make sure that you share this video. Sam Man, you was gonna talk about Kanye West and Jennifer Lewis.
Yeah, man. Well, Jennifer Lewis is real popular on the platform. Most hype. Take the leap of faith to step out there and trust the fact that these people, us brothers, myself,
Oh God, Darren, Kansu have lived this journey, have been through these experiences, have been through these trials, have learned and have gained success through the formula that we want and wish to provide for you.